In today's episode, we are faced with the opportunity of a lifetime to jump off a 100-foot bridge in the Amalfi coast. If you've been following this series, you know that it's been quite the journey to get to the Fiordo di Furore. Our first day was plagued by rain, and the second day we ran out of time hiking the path of the gods. So today there is nothing left keeping us from doing this legendary jump, except maybe getting a concussion.
You good?
Yesterday we were able to figure out how to get to the cliff jumping spot, but we also learned that the Amalfi transportation system isn't exactly the most efficient.
So instead of buses today, we're gonna go the ferry route and see if it's any better than the buses. Waiting on the ferry. Is that the ferry? Is it coming?
I think so. While we waited for the ferry, we decided to look up some videos of other people doing the jump. Since we knew that we weren't Red Bull sponsored cliff divers, we figured we were more likely to end up like the second guy. Needless to say, we were pretty nervous. Getting your reps in?
I don't want to use my arms.
This news clip sums up most of our conversations with Nina from the morning.
Are you planning to go and jump off this cliff right now? Why?
Because I'm an idiot.
Luckily, the ferry arrived before we could talk ourselves out of it, and we were on our way. This ferry took us from where we were staying in Maiori to the transfer point in the town of Amalfi. The Italian coastline is beautiful. We are glad we got to see it from the sea. What is that? It's like the giant claw machine, but in the ocean.
Come on, let's go.
We gotta catch a bus that's not gonna be on time.
The bus that we're supposed to get on was like leaving right as we were making our way towards it. We tried to flag him down, he didn't stop.
Begging this guy, please, can I get on there? He shakes his head at me. 8 points over there. I'm like, you're right here though.
Now we have 30 minutes to kill, so it's a lot of time.
How much time we had, who could resist going into a few tourist shops? Shopping around helped distract us from our nerves for a bit, but then our bus arrived.
Why haven't we been at the front all the time? Should have all the action.
After we got to our stop, we walked around on top of the bridge to get a feel for what exactly we were up against.
Look at that view.
Italian fjord.
It's true. I've been to some of Norway's fjords. I don't really know what makes them any different, but Norway's are much better. Before we knew it, it was time to head down to the beach and claim a spot. Before this, the highest I'd ever jumped was about 40 feet at Aztec Falls in California, but I had never done flips from anything over 20 feet. Initial thoughts?
It's a tall bridge.
You don't exactly get any practice jumps at this height, so all we could do was start small and work our way up. The sun is coming out, so the water is going to look super blue. Jordan and I are getting suited up for game time.
I gave them the motherly pep talk of, you don't have health insurance here, do not hurt yourself, it's not worth it. Hopefully they're taking it seriously.
The goal is to jump off this guy up here. We're going to do a couple test runs to make sure that the form is good. And if we got that, then send it.
The first jump is usually one of the most awkward, but ours went fairly smooth. It was fun hearing some of the cheers from the spectators watching. On our way up for the next jump, someone had noticed we were filming and asked to follow us.
What's the name of the channel?
JX Nina.
Wait.
Oh, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Give me some.
We'll be in the vlog.
Of course, yeah, you'll be in it too, bro. Alright, first round went okay. We're going maybe 5 feet higher. The first jump was maybe 35-40. This is probably 45-50. And that's definitely 100. We got a little Bodie watching us. It's already recording, so you just need to point. Jordan's jump was solid, and I was ready to step it up. Without much thought, I went for my usual front flip. But it didn't turn out too well.
You good?
How you feeling? We're good. Slapped my arms a little bit. Didn't hurt though.
They red?
No.
I got back from the second jump. My head's spinning a little bit and I bit my tongue pretty hard. George's still going like a champ. While I was still recovering from my last jump, Jordan was considering going for the bridge. But the more we talked on the beach, the more Jordan and Nina realized just how dangerous jumping from heights can be.
I'm not answering all my questions super well, so could be a minor concussion.
By now, the sun had passed overhead and the fjord was shaded. Faced with the reality that if he got injured on his jump, that Nina would not only have to take care of me, but of him as well, jumping seemed irresponsible. Jordan got one last look from the top of the bridge as he waited for the bus, but it just wasn't in the cards.
Could have been. Could have been.
We were headed home. Our recommendation to you is that if you really want to do this jump, train for it. Practice flips at comparable heights so that you're more than ready to jump at this picturesque spot. Then be prepared if things go wrong. Have international health insurance and have people in the water with floats ready to help you if you end up needing a rescue.
Somebody get him!
With my head already dizzy, the aggressive driving and windy roads pushed me over the edge.
Got on the bus just fine and left with some extra throw up in a baggie. It's a plus.
I couldn't let a little setback ruin the rest of our time in Amalfi, so I powered through.
We just got home. Jay's like taking a little power nap, but like we're not letting him sleep because we hear that's bad. Don't know why for concussions.
Scary initial moments. And since then, he's been alright.
My favorite thing about this place is that I can walk out the door with no shoes in full confidence that I'm about to have the best day ever.
What are you doing? You have a concussion. Why are you out?
New research studies say you shouldn't really rest that much. Keep going. Push through.
Do we trust this research?
One thing I can count on is Jay to come up with research that no one else has ever come to the conclusion of before.
I got it on YouTube. Every day, I try and have a double chow interaction where I see someone and I greet them with chow, and chow means both hello and goodbye, and I try and avoid any conversation in between. So you hit them with a chow, they chow you back, and then you hit them with another chow on your way out. Chow.
We spent our last evening playing some attack and defend while watching the sunset on Maiori Beach before going out to eat.
Jordan, what do you have?
Seafood pasta. It's my favorite food. Seafood pasta was my favorite dish, and it might be my least favorite now. It's the worst meal I've ever had. I needed some redemption.
Jay's got
That returns to its vomit.
Jay's got lasagna.
Oh, you're one to talk.
I got carbonara.
Earlier.
We got a big old salad. We're in Amalfi Coast. Limoncello is what they're known for. I don't know what limoncello is, so I ordered it.
Maybe you're supposed to sip it through the leaf?
Oh, definitely. You can definitely taste the alcohol. I didn't shudder though, so that's a win.
Classy, man. Getting some red wine in Italy.
Some of the worst wine I've ever had.
They saw Nina eating her lemon, and he brought her one. Thoughts on our meal?
I'm full. I always enjoy the sit-down experience. Was it the best Italian food I've ever had? No. I love that we did it barefoot. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. Party bus gelato place.
Just had to try it on her last night.
What flavor is it, Jordan?
I have no idea what it is, but it tastes so good.
Jade did not get an ice cream, but he's thinking mine.
I love how they always give us a mini cone. Now I have my own ice cream cone.
If you're a hater on the pistachio ice cream, I feel you. I had a coworker recommend it to me, and just to be nice, I was like, yeah, I'll try it. Being like, yeah, no chance I try that. It's amazing. So, you gotta try it. 1 concussion, 8 margarita pizzas, and 13 gelatos later, we are finally leaving the Amalfi Coast. I hope you can hear the barking dog. He's become quite a legend for us on this trip. I loved being here. I loved staying here for a while and being able to figure out the system. I'm glad I've seen it, but I would definitely not need to come back either if I'm going to be honest.
And to no surprise, our very last bus of our time here was extra late.
All right, what do we think? 8:50 bus, 28 minutes late. 9:20 bus, 2 minutes early.
The bus is early.
For sure, yeah.
They're liars. This is definitely the 8:50 bus, and it's definitely late.
The end of our time here in the Amalfi Coast meant that we only have one destination left on our Europe trip. Next week, we head back to where we began the trip 5 weeks ago in Austria. We'll try and squeeze in one last epic adventure before flying home. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.